Good morning. This is Kel Land on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you begin your day.
Sioux Falls police are trying to figure out how a car crashed into two homes. Authorities say it happened about 9:30 Monday morning near the intersection of 26th Street and Cliff Avenue. Police blocked off traffic in the area.
Our cameras also spotted Sioux Falls Fire Rescue on the scene, checking on the damage to the homes. There's no word yet if anyone was hurt or why the vehicle hit the houses. An investigation is underway as to why a fire spread so quickly at a salvage yard on the south side of Brookings. A column of black smoke could be seen from miles away. The fire was at Wes's Salvage Yard on South Main Avenue.
According to the Brookings fire chief, what started as a small garbage fire in a barrel quickly spread to piles of tires and dozens of salvage vehicles. This type of fire and its location came with a set of challenges.
It took a while to get a water supply established out here because this is a non-hydrant area, so we have to haul all the water. Every time we would make headway on the fire, we'd run out of water and we'd have to shut down.
There were no injuries or damage to any structures. Crews cleared the scene at around 6 p.m. yesterday. A Hendricks, Minnesota man was taken to the hospital after a crash north of White, South Dakota. The Brookings County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 10 o'clock Friday night. However, first responders weren't called to the scene until just before 1 o'clock Saturday morning.
Authorities say the 47-year-old was crossing an intersection on his ATV when it rolled. Another driver found the man a few hours later. He suffered unknown injuries and was taken to the Brookings Hospital. The Brookings County Sheriff's Office is investigating the crash. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office is remembering the life of their former co-worker, Kaitlin Leis.
Leising was making a traffic stop in St. Croix County, Wisconsin over the weekend when she was shot and killed. The sheriff's office says this has been a difficult time for many of its members who worked with Leising.
So we're just taking it one day at a time. We're spending the time to reach out and visit with our staff and figure out, what their needs are and make sure that we're spending the necessary time together so we can deal with that, as a family moving forward.
Members of the sheriff's office says that Leising was a very helpful, positive, and kind deputy.
Now let's get a check of our forecast with meteorologist Brian Carsons. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Well, checking out some rain this morning. We've been following that story. Let's take a look at the radar replay the last few hours. And originating in parts of Nebraska into southern South Dakota. While we're not looking at necessarily heavy rain, some showers with 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch of rain falling in some of these spots, and also a few hits of lightning and thunder. So it is certainly noteworthy. Sioux Falls and our eastern areas will be prone to some of this as we transition the next several hours. Still mild, though, today. A lot of folks will be in the 70s this afternoon for highs. Mid-70s in Rapid City, 75 in Pierre, 71 in Aberdeen. We'll take a look at Futurecast and where the storm chances go from here coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. In Sioux Falls today, the first few tiny homes will open for veterans. Each house includes new furniture, appliances, bedding, housewares, and utilities, all free of charge.
The Veterans Community Project will hold a ribbon cutting this morning for the first 5 tiny houses. The goal is to help homeless veterans return to a stable, independent life. Once finished, there will be 25 tiny homes in northwest Sioux Falls. Tourism season has started in Sioux Falls. Experience Sioux Falls says it runs from April to October.
While the bigger crowds won't show up until June, July, and August, some people are getting an early start.
It's that traveler that doesn't want to get in the real hubbub of the summer vacation travel. They want to come a little early and enjoy everything and then go back home and spend the summer.
This week is National Travel and Tourism Week. A Sioux Falls elementary school is getting creative when it comes to a yearly fundraiser. The staff at Laura B. Anderson is using social media to help fund a program to keep kids in school.
The kids are sharing their ideas about what would make school more fun. Fewer bossy teachers and a pizza vending machine are just two of the ideas the kids are sharing on social media.
Anything else you wish you had at LBA?
More recess, technically, because we usually have like 15 minutes of recess. We don't have that much.
¿Por qué le estás hablando? Why are you speaking to Kaylee in Spanish? Why don't you speak to her in Spanish? She speaks Spanish.
Go for it.
No, go away. Let me do this.
The two teachers you see here are working together to create interest on Instagram and Facebook. The idea is to get people outside the neighborhood to take an interest and donate to the school's annual fun run. The fun run is scheduled for May 16th. A local football standout didn't hear his name called during last month's NFL draft, but quickly signed with the San Francisco 49ers as an undrafted free agent.
Spencer Wagee is currently working on the family farm near South Shore, South Dakota. But the former Watertown and NDSU player will head west for rookie minicamp starting this Friday.
This isn't something that happens a lot in this area of guys going on to play professionally. So, you know, just everyone between my family, friends, the whole community around here, I mean, everyone's been really excited for me.
Spencer will stay in California until mid-June for different team activities before returning home to the farm. He'll then rejoin the 49ers in July for training camp.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right. Well, the weather the next few days is looking more active. In particular, Thursday already, we have a slight risk of severe weather across much of South Dakota, Nebraska, parts of Iowa. We'll keep an eye on all of this as we kind of gear up for probably what's going to be the first more active set of days in severe weather season. And yeah, it's already here. We know that. So today we're tracking some general showers and some embedded thunder migrating east here into eastern South Dakota this afternoon. There may be some more flare-ups this evening, south central areas. You can see some other thunderstorms rolling in out of western Minnesota and then headed east toward the Twin Cities this evening. So that's out there. And then tomorrow could regroup into some rain in eastern Nebraska. That likely stays south. Our best chances of new thunderstorm development will happen tomorrow night along the Black Hills, Wyoming, South Dakota border. And then some of that will try to move east into Thursday. A larger area of low pressure comes out of the plains, and this looks to be kind of an old-fashioned severe weather setup here. You got a pretty strong warm front in Nebraska. There's a dry line, of course, with the drought going on there. That kind of sharpens up the contrast in the dew points, and typically those are sparking features that'll generate hail, wind, and probably a few storms that we call supercells that can develop in an environment like that, and that grabs our attention. So be weather aware later in the week. We'll see how the rain goes, but your best bets of widespread rains will be on the northern and western sides of this low pressure track. That's going to be the cooler end of this system. The front end will spark scattered thunderstorms, so if you get in the tracks of those, you can easily pick up some nice soaking rain, but we're also a little more aware that we've had fits and starts on this spring season on widespread rain. And this system in the warm sector likely will produce gaps in some of those thunderstorms too. So just remember that as you watch all of this kind of coming together here in the forecast. Obviously today we're watching some rain chances. That includes Sioux Falls, mid-70s for a high. The extended forecast, we're likely in the mid to upper 70s toward Thursday and Friday with those rain chances increasing. They'll carry over into early Saturday and then fall apart as we get into early next week and highs in the 60s. Aberdeen looking at rain chances too, really picking up steam here Thursday and Friday. Looks like into Saturday too, there could be some leftover rains. It does get a little cooler, but the rain definitely is coming for those folks. And I also think Pierre and Rapid, good chances of showers and thunderstorms Thursday into Friday. And Rapid City, you're probably actually in the best chance category. Thursday, 68, and we could be looking at easily an inch or two of rain throughout the Black Hills. That's quite significant. More details on weather online at KEVLAND.com.